this is Chetan. We are talking about expanding. Now, it's a word that's understood slightly differently by people. By expansion, we normally mean how do I go out, expand myself, how do I get more things, build a bigger company, build a bigger house, how do I have a greater life, a bigger life, more people, more companies, more money, more wealth, more that. And expansion is in the outer is nothing but a result of the inner. Because in my inner, I'm thinking about life in those manners, so I'm going about and expanding it in the outer world. So the outer is always going to be a reflection of the inner, and yet we only worry about the outer in our life, which is where we lose out on the opportunity for true expansion, which is the expansion of the inner being. From the time we join school and college to the time we find our jobs, we only think about life in terms of outer terms. How can I get more? How can I be more? How can I travel more? How can I have a bigger car, a bigger house? That's really, if you think about it, pause for a moment, it's simply a reflection of your inner self. This is what I've fed in from childhood up to now, and this is what I'm going and manifesting in the outer world. So where is the expansion? You're chasing expansion, but there's been no expansion of the mind. It was the same when the first time you were probably taught at 5 years of age that this is what is life, go get those things and you have a good life. And from that moment onwards till today, we are chasing things, and that's life. So that's the outer based on that inner, and there is no expansion of the inner. The thoughts that were fed in, the concept of life that was fed in, the beliefs that were given, the path of success that was given, has remained where it was, and we mindlessly spend the next 60, 70 years in living a life like that. The question is not what I'm saying, it's for you to see. Is that really expansion? Or is it really contraction or narrowing down of life in one small little singular focus area, believing that it's going to expand life? It's almost like a way of bullshitting our own selves, right? Expansion doesn't happen, cannot happen, and will never happen through getting more things and more joys or more cities and more traveling more of the world or getting a bigger car or bigger house. That's not expansion. That's just more things sitting in your closet with no joy that it brings to you. The expansion, the real expansion is the inner expansion, and that expansion is only possible when we become tolerant or when we become cognizant of beliefs which are outside of us. We follow a certain belief system, whether it's religion, whether it's life, whether it's society, whether it's a way of living, mannerisms, everything is a certain belief system, and we are boxed up in it. And as long as I am in my own belief system, which is a belief, right? It's not a truth. And as long as I am in my own little belief system, I have no capacity to expand because the other thing is not even a reality. So the way to really create an expansion, whether it's the outer or the inner, is to go through the inner, expand inside, and the outer will take care of itself. And the way to that is to discard my own beliefs on what I believe to be right, to be true about life, about religion, about God, and just see the truth. There is your belief, there is my belief, there's another person's belief, there's a third person beliefs. And if I can understand the reasons behind it, and that's true expansion, and the outer result will then take care of itself. So that's my view of expansion. I don't believe in expansion as just an outer expansion, because that's something that we do anyways. All of us, all over the world, all 7 billion of us live in a certain world of outer expansion, believing that that's the way to live life. Whereas the real life, which is out there in nature, is so vast and so much of expansion anyway that you should feel stupid to be worried about this little expansion. But to be able to get that expanse of life, what really needs to expand is the inner, and that inner doesn't get expanded through a belief system, it gets expanded through examining the truth. See you again next time.